All right, guys, it's 9:30 at night, and it took me a stupid amount of time to figure out how to do this thing. Okay, so couple of things. I've got like 75 people texting me now. Whoops, I opened my big damn mouth, and here we are. So one of the things I keep hearing is, why are we gonna strike? Like, I don't want to strike. We don't want to leave our patients, and I totally get that. However, the county is really kind of trying to screw us. A little bit of background. The county is saying that they can't pay us, that if they give the nurses, the wage increase that we are asking for, that it will make the entire county go broke and we'll all die. So a little bit of history. Back in the beginning of 2023, our county actually put down $3 million with this investment banking firm that helped them buy O'Connor and St. Louis. So that basically they're kind of signaling their intention to purchase another hospital. So there is that. And let me see if I can change the picture. Give me a second. Okay, there it is. So in February, county signed this $3 million contract, basically, signaling their intention, and everybody thinks they're going to buy or try to buy regional. So there's that. Okay. Secondly, our county gave the executives a big old raise in August. And this was actually when they were still fighting with the nurse coordinators and staff developers and everybody about us getting the raise when you all got the 10% and we got 0. So the county executives got a raise. So here's that information. So the county made significant budget cuts, but managed to give executives big raises. One of the things that is really kind of a pisser is that they said that the executives needed a raise in order to bring them up to kind of Bay Area standards, so that we could retain our executives. And yet when nurses say, hey, we need raises so you can retain nurses in the Bay Area, it's like, oh, sorry, we don't have any money. So this director guy came out and was like, oh, well, we have to give you the executives raises so that they're in line with the rest of the Bay Area. Okay, so then this is something that I just learned. So our board of supervisors, they are the ones that they have to ratify the contract, right? So whatever we agree to, they have to ratify it. So they kind of, in a way, hold purse strings. What I didn't realize that their salary is tied to executive salary. So similar to when the nurses get raises, then the managers get raises. And I didn't realize that their wages were tied to, they get an 80% increase when the executives do. So that was something new I learned. The other thing about that budget that they signed in August, or last year, was it eliminated 600 vacant positions. It wasn't all hospital positions, but we all know we're short-staffed, and then suddenly we don't have any vacancies. And it shifted, you can see, it's hard for me to see it, but anyway, it shifted millions of dollars, and it paused a bunch of projects that were meant to update infrastructure at VMC. So I'll probably address this again in another video, because there's talk about the email that the labor relations sent out, and I want to address how misleading that email is. But I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, that made me bigger, not the picture. Y'all, I am way too old to be TikToking. Okay, so one thing that's, if you follow the news, there have been significant really big strikes, right? Kaiser had that really big strike. It was actually the largest strike in healthcare, in the healthcare industry in all of history. Providence up in Oregon and Washington, those guys had these huge strikes. And so kind of across the nation, Stanford, they had theirs a couple of years ago. Across the nation, nurses are fighting back. They're realizing that, oh, hey, we had this whole ass pandemic, and the people that made a crap ton of money off of that and got bonuses and all this other money while they worked from home were the executives and not the actual bedside nurses. So this is like a movement, and it's been happening, and other hospitals are getting like really good contracts, right? So Kaiser, they settled for, I think it's 21% or 20 something percent over 4 years. You can see here, oh gosh, look, I'm old. Okay. You just look at these annual wage increase charts, and what the county is offering us. So everybody else is getting, 6%, then 5%, 5%, 7, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, these kinds of raises. They're offering us 1% for 1 year, 2% for another year, and 2% for another year. Although I think they've now brought that up to 2.5%. So yeah, there's that. So let's keep in mind that none of us want to strike. None of us want to leave our babies. I know that. However, when they frame it that like, oh, if you guys get a raise, you will devastate the county. Like, you guys will take all the money. You will make us go bankrupt. We didn't do that, right? Like, they did not create a budget that included nurse wages, right? They did not include our wages in their consideration of a budget. That also includes raises for executives, buying another hospital, which they can't even staff the 3 they have, but whatever. So when they try to turn it around like we're being unreasonable, we're really not. We're really not. And it's not our fault that this strike may happen. It's really because the county did not make a budget that took us into consideration. Okay.